Hey, beautiful morning. I hope everybody's has woken up to a beautiful Monday. Um, well, I just want to make a quick video. Um, there's this friend of mine who loves to ask me hard questions, but the one thing he asked me about yesterday was, what do I think about 50-50 relationships? Then I asked him, what does it mean 50-50? But he told me he meant it in terms of finances. Who should finance dates, who should pay for dates, who should pay for trips, who should pay for food and that stuff. So I told him, in a relationship there's nothing like 50-50, there's 100-100. That's my was my advice to him. So it reminded me of the advice I would want to give to my younger brother and sister. So starting with my younger sister. My younger sister, if a guy wants to make major investments in you, like buy you a car or give you the education that us as a family were not able to give you, only accept that provided you're willing to stay in that relationship forever. Because any guy who makes such major investments in you, it says they're in it for life. And a lot of times we see ladies go out of such relationships saying guys are being abusive and everything. But normally they stay until they have reaped the benefits of that. Then later on, when they've got to where they wanted to be, they dump such guys. Which brings us to a lot of gender-based violence that we're having. If you feel like you're not gonna get along with this guy for so long, don't allow him to make major investments in you, because that alone will cripple him and yourself in the long run, and it's gonna be a problem for you. The second thing that I wanted to say was to my younger sister is if you cannot stay, or if you feel like a broke guy isn't for you, don't date a broke guy. If you feel like a broke guy doesn't do it for you, don't date a broke guy. Rather, wait for him until he has made it. Don't think I will wait and things will change, because things may not change. And if things may not change, it can create turmoil for both of you. So you feel like you're not the kind of person who can be patient enough to wait for that guy to make it. Don't do that to yourself. So you should know yourself, like, I'm a kind of person who is patient, I'm a kind of person who can wait for a guy until they make it. That's one thing. The other thing is love is not enough. That's the one thing that I'm gonna keep on saying. Love is not enough. Love is not enough. You need more than love to sustain both of you, because a lot of circumstances that are unseen can happen. Then you need more than love if you wanna be there in a relationship. The other advice I'm gonna give is don't have multiple partners. I'm speaking this about, I don't know about people who are into polygamy, whether they have to date all the ladies that they're gonna marry or what has to happen. But my advice is do not have multiple partners, because when you have multiple partners, it's a problem for you. I don't know for people who are in polygamy whether they date them and where they go or what happens. But my advice to people is do not date multiple partners. This is for both ladies and guys. So like both for my younger brother and as well as my younger sister. Like, do not date multiple partners. It's going to cripple you financially, spiritually, emotionally. That's going to be the thing. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was now this one is an advice to my younger sister as well. If a guy is insecure or starts being abusive to you, leave that relationship. Because a person is a product of his experiences. A person is a product of things he's been through. So if he starts showing you things that you didn't know about him, do not stay in that relationship. Run away from that relationship. Don't stay in that relationship. You better heal outside that relationship. Don't think things will change. Because a person who is abusive, will make you feel like your life is centered around them and there's nothing you can do to get out of it. And I know a lot of ladies, like literally back home, there are two ladies that I know of that were literally slaughtered. Literally slaughtered. Their necks were slaughtered with knives. That was the worst thing ever a parent can get. And if we're gonna be here condoning violence or whatsoever, like, you run from that relationship. The first day he raises a slap on you or says, I'll beat you, that's when you go. Because violence solves nothing. That's the one thing I wanted to talk about. The other thing is my advice to my younger brother. Bruh, if you cannot handle her leaving after you have invested in her, do not invest anything that you're not ready to lose if she leaves. Because the guys are the one who are going to be initiating that. I want to buy you a car, I want to buy you a house, I want to take you to school. Ladies need money, ladies have needs. A lot of them, they don't reject that because that's what they need. So if they accept it, be like I don't know what I'm going to say this. Like, prepare yourself. Because if she leaves and you cannot handle that, it means it's going to be a problem for you. That's the one thing. So if you're not ready to lose that, don't do that to yourself. The second thing was, in answer to the friend and as well as you, as I give you an advice, like, if you are in a relationship, stop or avoid making major investments in a lady unless you can afford them, and you cannot be bitter if she leaves after making those investments. Because investments like that in a relationship do not guarantee any loyalty, do not guarantee that she won't stay, she won't go for another guy. Do not do that to yourself. And the other major thing is, unless you're married to this lady, stop being the only one who pays for dates. Stop being the only one who pays for lunch. Stop being the only one who pays for road trips. Do not be that guy. A man is meant to be a provider, but a provider for his family. As long as you do not have a family with this lady, I would advise that you do not make major investments in her. That's the thing. So this takes me, I think that's mostly the advice I would give now to that thing. And a lot of times is, I was listening to this guy, I don't remember who is Dr. Hussein. You can search him on YouTube. He said 7 things that four things that he would tell her a daughter, but he doesn't actually have a daughter. Then he talked about love not being enough as well. That one I support 100%. Love is not enough. Love is not enough. Love is not enough. And it brought me back to something that's fun that happened to me. Like, I was trying to flex my muscles this week, like, to see if I'm still back in the game. I mean, as a free man, I wanted to check if I can still get back to the game. So there's this lady that I remember, like, I loved her energy, bro. She has good energy. She's radiant. She has that thing, because, like, normally when a guy we are attracted to a lady, it's not just about physical appearance, but it's about the soul itself. Like, she has that thing that brightens the day, you know. And so when I remember this lady, I was there like, maybe I should get her number and talk to her. So I tell her what I'm about and everything, and she tells me, no, let me save your time, and I'm not interested in you, and I don't think I'll ever be. Then I was there like, I love this response. This response is very beautiful. Then I remembered, like, whether I should pursue to turn that no into a yes, or just let's let it be, because I loved the precision onto it. But it tells me, like, this is why you've been attracted to her in the first place. Like, she has that thing that's about her that shows that seems like a person who has his stuff figured out. She knows her stuff, and she's about positive energy only. So, you know, sometimes they're like, maybe I'll turn this years into this no into a yes, but at the same time, I love the precision in the answer. It shows somebody who doesn't stack. But at the same time, you know, like, it's not like she's been thinking about me the whole time. She doesn't even know me, and I have to sell myself. That's literally what we're about. You have to sell yourself. So I don't know if I'm gonna sell myself to her, but I'll see. But I'll share this video with her later. I hope she sees it, and and listens to it throughout. Okay. And the last advice that I want to give to our sisters is my younger sister actually. It's work for your own things, so that you don't get to a point where you need a man but want a man. So a man has to find you as a full house, but when he comes in, he has to rekindle what's there. So you have to work in all things, not just material things, even happiness, knowing yourself, contentment, those major things, your spirituality and everything, they have to be there in you, so that you should know, like, okay, this is not the kind of things that I can handle. This is the kind of things I can handle. Because the moment you need a man, he can give you what you need, then the next thing abuses the whole time, because you are at his mercy. Need him to be there the whole time. You need him to overpower you the whole time, which is what shouldn't be happening. So that's the major things that I would tell you, my younger sister, and I hope this helps everybody. So otherwise, have yourself a beautiful and productive week. I love you all. Subscribe, you have to subscribe, you have to share, and you have to like our Sophia's Love Letter. So there's more content that's coming, and I hope you stay tuned in. Have a beautiful week.